Hello and welcome, my name's Ryan, I'm also known as RM2K Dev. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about these guys, Nintendo 3DSs, in particular the new Nintendo 3DS. So these recently came out in Australia and I decided to pick one of these up, and so far it's been a fantastic console. I mean, all of the buttons feel great. This thing here works really well in everything that you could everything you'd want to use it in. Overall, it's a really good console. However, there is a serious flaw with this console, and I wanted to share it with you guys in case you were thinking of purchasing one of these. So, a bit of history. I started off with a 3DS, of course, and I used that for however long these have been around. I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. So I've got quite a library of games on the Nintendo eShop. And obviously, I wanted to get the new 3DS and move to this one. At the same time, I also had plans of purchasing one of these guys, which is a 2DS with a capture card installed into it, so that I could do some Let's Play videos and record my gameplay and all that sort of stuff. I purchased the new Nintendo 3DS and I did a system transfer to this, and it said the same normal thing. It was basically like, hey, congratulations, would you like to transfer your games? I said yes, and then like 4 hours later, all my games are transferred over to this, which is awesome. So, got rid of my old 3DS, and then I was playing games on this. I purchased a few games on this, like Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so I've got 2 copies, I've got one of each on this, on the eShop. And then my capture card arrived in the mail, and I was like, okay, fantastic. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to system transfer my new Nintendo 3DS into the 2DS so that I can play my games. And that's when the problems began. It popped up with a message and said, I'm sorry, you can't do that. So a couple of calls to Nintendo later, and the result of that is that the new Nintendo 3DS is not backwards compatible with the 3DS or a 2DS. It doesn't matter what version. If you have a 3DS XL or 3DS, it is not compatible backwards. You cannot take your new Nintendo 3DS and system transfer back to your 2DS or 3DS. Now, I asked them if they were planning on releasing any updates in the future that would allow that functionality, and they said probably not. So if you're like me and you have an interest in doing some recordings or even switching back from your new Nintendo 3DS to your 3DS, you are out of luck. It's not going to happen, and Nintendo is not going to let you do it. It's my personal belief that the reason that they've released this and basically locked everyone in to these once you've transferred to it is to eliminate the capture card devices, because the new Nintendo 3DS has a different motherboard inside, and on these ones there's some test points, and the screen data actually comes out to one of those test points on the motherboard for the for the operators who are building it to actually test the device and make sure that the screens are functioning correctly without having screens on the device. So it's just a motherboard, they can test it, make sure it works. The new 3DS doesn't have that, so the capture cards don't work, and they'll be extremely hard to install into these. So once you've transferred onto this, you can't ever go back to a normal 3DS or a 2DS. Therefore, people who have capture cards won't be able to use their accounts with all of the games on them. So whenever I play a new game, I'm going to have to pick it up as a physical copy. Of course, this issue doesn't affect anyone who picks up their games in physical copies anyway, because physical copy, you just take it out and put it into any 3DS you want. But if you're like me and you've been using your 3DS for a few years now, and you have a fairly large library of games on the eShop, once you go to the new Nintendo 3DS, you cannot go back. So keep that in mind. I hope this video has actually helped some of you in making your decision to purchase one of these. If you're planning on going back to a 3DS, or even if you wanted to purchase one of these and keep your 3DS at the same time. It just won't work. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this has helped you. Don't forget to like the video and leave comments, questions, suggestions in the section below. Bye for now.